Thank you, Zach. Shout out to the Stars, again, who are actually providing a winning culture here in Dallas. Unlike this team we're about to talk about right now, Billy. You've been depressed a little past couple of days because of this team right here. The Dallas Mavericks, man.
I don't know what to say about this guy.
Well, you need to say something, man, because, we know you turned your back on Dak Prescott and then you came back. So why don't you turn your back on the Mavericks and then come back and let's start there.
Well, again, first off, shout out to Dak Prescott.
Okay,
I'm still riding with you.
Jesus Christ.
The Mavericks, man. Somewhere, I have a feeling that Luka Doncic is still walking around cussing in Slovenian languages that we cannot understand and identify. Man, this team is playing really bad. Or not, yeah, they're not winning. They're not winning. I'm not going to say they're playing bad. I know it kind of goes hand in hand. They're not playing bad. They're playing with energy now. They're trying to be better. Good. No, they're not playing good, but they're not. Sometimes you just look at a team and be like, man, these guys they're playing bad. They're missing layups. They're turning the ball over all the time. That's not what's going on with the Mavericks. They're just not. They can't figure out what it takes to get that dub, man. They're struggling to get that dub. They've lost, what, is it 6 straight games at this point?
I think that was 7 after last night.
It's 6 or 7. Yeah.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm pulling it up now.
Yeah, and that's not a good look. They're not playing well. They don't look like they're playing in unison. Guys don't believe in each other. You could just see, even last night after Luka missed that game went, well, it wasn't a good shot anyway, but when Luka took the shot and missed it, you could just look at how dejected, guys look. KP, everybody that was on the floor, everybody just looked dejected. Like, man, again? We lost again? That's where they are right now. And like I said, Walt, this team is not going to turn it around. They're going to have to get a win. They just got to focus on getting one win.
See, I think the last game they won was the Pacers. The Spurs. So you got after Spurs, you got Houston lost, Nuggets lost, Jazz, Suns. I think that's 6.
Yeah.
That puts you at 6 right there.
Well, all those teams are good teams, though, right?
No, well, okay.
I think all of them are good teams. The Suns are a good team. We were bragging about them at the beginning of the year.
I was.
Yeah,
not everybody was.
Well, I wasn't really bragging about them, but Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Aiden, they got guys out there. Some young guys. They actually play their young guys. So, they got some guys out there.
Shots fired at
Rick. Hey, the Suns got some good guys. The Jazz are a very good basketball team, man. So, they're not just playing a bunch of scrubs and losing to them.
Well, actually, the Jazz didn't have their star player.
Yeah, but they're still a good team, though. Even without Donovan Mitchell. I'm not saying they should play a whole season without him and they'll just be fine. But they're not.
Yeah, but
totally dependent.
But what's that? The third guy on the team lit him up on the first night. Jordan Clarkson. He's the third guy on the.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the fourth because you got Mike Conley. He's the fourth guy on the team. Lit him up. The first night, and then second night. I want to say it was Morgan, but it was Rudy Gobert. It was a combination of Rudy Gobert and Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this Porzingis angle, okay? Because they're dumping on our guy.
Yeah.
KP showed me love every time I come in the locker room.
So your thing here is personal, right? Didn't you accuse me just the other day, sitting right here in this very spot? You were accusing me of enjoying or promoting someone because of a personal relationship. Actually, I think you were sitting here, and then our friend Patrick Creighton was sitting there, and you both were kind of clowning me for that at the same time.
Well, you were promoting Jason Garrett, and that's different. That's totally different.
How's that different?
Totally different because you were praising him after he's gone. I'm praising him. Me and KP, he showed me love in the locker room. But see, you had one encounter with Jason Garrett, and you thought you two were buddies. No, me and Porzingis, we have a rapport with each other in the locker room. He cracks on me because I'm not an iPhone guy. I'm an Android guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he finds it hilarious. No, yeah, he finds it funny that I don't like iPhones. He finds it hilarious.
I'm assuming he's an iPhone user.
He is, of course. All those, all people who got money, they got iPhones. But here's the thing, Porzingis, my guy, that I like, and he's real EA. He's really EA's guy. Yeah. I mean, EA loves this guy. Oh, yeah. He tells me all the time how good he is. EA does, but that's neither here nor there. But my guy Porzingis, I hear him taking a fair shame, but you know what? Our guy Mike Bassick today, he brought up a good trade that I'd probably be on board with.
Okay. I missed it.
You did miss it. I said, He said, what if you could call the Bulls up and get Lauri Markkanen, probably Otto Porter, and probably Wendell Carter Jr. for Porzingis. Now, you can scratch the Wendell Porter, the Porter and the Wendell Carter and just give me Markkanen. I'll take it right
Straight
now.
up for
I'll take it right now today, and give me back some draft picks, and you can have them. I swear to God, you can have them.
Just right now. Huh?
Yeah, because I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago, Markkanen was here at the AAC.
I do remember.
And went to work. Yeah, so
So you ready to go ahead? And
I'll be in on that. I'll be in on that. Guy who can stretch the floor, who can shoot that. You know, he's the type of guy when you pass the ball in the corner. This isn't a shot for Porzingis. It's more a shot at Dodo. We pass the ball to him in the corner. He's gonna knock down that three.
Yeah. What is he gonna do for you defensively? Is he gonna block some shots?
Is he
gonna rebound for you?
Okay, that's what you like about Porzingis.
Well, I like the fact that he has that ability. He's giving me double doubles out there.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you go with that route, it sounds like Andre Drummond's gonna be a buyout. Okay, well, we want to go ahead and sign him too. We want to get him, and then we want to get a trade going for Markkanen, and we're good.
Well, Drummond, that's not going to happen because as soon as he leaves there, he's going to go tag team up there with KD and those guys.
No.
Because that's what these guys do.
They don't have any money. They don't have any money. They can't afford him.
For whatever reason, they'll find.
No.
They'll find a way. He'll go somewhere. He'll mess around and be with the Lakers or something like that.
Well, you know,
it's always.
I wouldn't blame him if he went to the Lakers.
These guys always like to tag team and buddy.
That means he
want
to win a championship.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wants to go to Lakers,
you want to ride the coattails to a championship. You don't want to be a part of it. You just want to ride coattails. And that's what these guys.
A lot of people ride the Kings coattails. It's all right.
It's okay.
Got a lot of people championship.
And I'm a supporter of Ring James, by the way.
Yeah, Ring James. We're gonna talk about somebody who probably needs to know their role and stay in their place when LeBron's on the court and doing this thing. But we'll get on that. We'll get on that in just a little bit. You had something?
I was going to say, man, I think KP. People forget he's coming back off of injury. Our friend of the show, DJ Sullivan, told us last night in the post-game show. He was like, "Hey." He said he thinks people are too hard on KP. He said,
wasn't he the one that made the joke that KP's gonna be hooting? No, it was
Dwight Powell. Which again, we're not here to bash on Dwight Powell. Okay,
yeah, because he didn't even play last night.
That's fine. Whatever. He took a night off. Here's the deal with KP, man. I think people are so quick to judge him and say, "Oh, he's not this, he's not that." You got to give him time, man. People forget he's coming off of a serious injury, man. Give the guy time to work his way in. He's only been back for what? Has it even been a full 2 weeks?
Yes.
Maybe so right at 2 weeks after not playing.
I want to say 3.
It don't feel like it's 3 weeks, but even if it's 3 weeks, even if we want to max it out to 3 weeks, look at how long he didn't play. Man, he's trying to get back out there, get accustomed to playing with these guys. There are new guys on the team. These guys have to get acclimated to one another, and they got to figure it out, and they will. It's just taking time, and they're looking bad right now, but the season is far from over. While we still have well over 50 games to play.
Yeah, but you're not doing yourself any favors taking a lot of L's. You're on a 6-game losing streak.
I understand, but
ranked 13th in the Western Conference.
Right, but who's to say these guys can't get healthy and get right and then go on a 7 or 8 game winning streak? Who's to say
they don't have a roster to do that this year.
You don't think so? No. You don't think they can squeeze off? What if you just hit that perfect stretch of teams that aren't that great? And you go in there and you find yourself, even if 8 is a stretch, let's just say you go out and win 5 or 6 games in a row. You're right back in the mix of things, man.
Okay, of course, Billy is apparently having revisionist history here. And let me read the schedule for him one more time.
Here we go with this.
Okay, Hawks tomorrow, maybe a dub. Golden State.
I told you one of those.
One of those a dub. Okay, so at some point you get another L.
Okay.
Which you can't afford.
Okay, no, we can't, but it might.
Timberwolves.
Dub.
Hawks again.
So 2 against.
You got 2 Hawks. Hawks
one against the
one
Warriors.
you going tomorrow. You going to Atlanta?
Okay.
Hopefully, you know what? Maybe that chick will be there back at this game.
Yeah. That might motivate some people.
I'm gonna dress her. I'm gonna dress her here. I'm gonna dress her a little bit. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of her. I'll make sure she won't be any problems for Luka or KP tomorrow night when it comes down to it.
Perfect.
Okay. So after the Hawks, you got the Pelicans.
That could be a dub.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Trailblazers.
That's probably an L.
Yeah. Okay. Detroit Pistons.
Dub.
Houston Rockets is on the 6-0 winning streak.
We played Houston tough.
Houston was the one that tipped your L off.
That's fine. That's fine. We can return the favor.
Okay. Grizzlies. Yeah.
Ja Morant.
That's a toss up. Actually, I'm resting one of my guys again in that game. Either Luka or KP. Celtics.
That's probably an L.
Minnesota. I'm sorry, not Minnesota. 76ers.
That's the Seth Curry return game, right? Or are we going there?
Yep. So, no, we're going there. We go back on the road.
You know what, man? We're going to go up there and take that. We're going to take that game.
You going to take the game in Philly?
We're going to take that game in Philly. We're going to Philly. We're going to take that game.
Well,
it's Seth Curry's house. It's not really his house.
Okay.
But the house that he plays in. We're going
Hopefully we can get some dysfunction here on this next game because you're going to play Brooklyn next on this road trip. You're going to be getting some KD, Harden, and Kyrie Irving.
All at the same time, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're going to need some dysfunction on that side, man,
okay.
to go ahead and get
and then you got the Magic. You've beaten them already this season. And then after that, last game, going into the break, or All-Star break, which has now been confirmed, the Thunder.
Who the hell's on the Thunder now?
I don't know, but I will tell you this. At the beginning of 2020, I drove to Oklahoma and caught a hot L from the Thunder.
Yeah.
On New Year's Eve.
Well,
I was in the car on the countdown from driving back from catching that hot L. And I made it known. Had I known I was coming over here to catch it, I could have stayed at home for all this. Could have stayed at home for that ass whooping. And we had the game won that night. Chris Paul. It happened in OKC.
He's just a monster in the clutch, man.
Tore the Mavericks up 2 games. First game he had 26? Hell, he had that in the third quarter this last game.
Just unstoppable. No matter what you did, just unstoppable. Got to the same spot on the floor over and over again. Mid-range jumper over and over and over again.
Okay. There were some people out here saying, Chris Paul didn't want the Maxi Cleaver smoke last night on the last play. And I'm like, okay, all right, listen.
What are we saying out here?
All right, let's be serious here, okay, guys? If Chris Paul wanted to score on Maxi Cleaver, trust me, he could and would have scored on Maxi Cleaver. The play was not designed for him to score. The play was designed to get Devin Booker over. Now, if all else failed, Chris Paul would have went to the basket and scored or shot over Maxi Cleaver. That's what at least. But at some point, something was getting ready to happen. I don't know if he was getting ready to shut it down. But this whole Maxi is the key. Okay, if you want to believe that, whatever.
Well, here's the thing. Maxi is a very good. He's an above average defender, especially for a big guy. He can switch multiple positions. I've seen him pick up guards and everything. He plays well against. I'm not gonna say like the dominant big men, but I mean, he's not some scrub or something, man. He'll block shots. He'll rebound for you. I like Maxi, but people probably need to pump the brakes on that, man. Chris Paul is like an all-time great, so I mean, we can't.
He's probably he's one of the best closers in the NBA today.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the top. To me personally, I think he's probably one of the top 5 or 6 point guards of all time.
For everybody that keeps hitting, I keep seeing posting about Bradley Beal. It's not happening. He's made it known he does not want to leave Washington, so you can kill that noise. He's not coming here, and I'm pretty sure that if he did want to leave Washington, he would not want to come to Dallas.
Why do you do that all the time? Why can the Mavericks? You always draw this picture that nobody ever like going to the Mavericks is the worst possible scenario.
I didn't say it was. I mean, history shows you that nobody wants to come here.
First off, we got to remember, people forget this too. The Mavericks were never in any position to go out and get free agents.
They've always been in a position to get free agents.
How? They were salary cap hell. But
they've met with Darren Williams. They met with Melo. They met with Dwight Howard. They met with them all. They just didn't want to come to Dallas.
Man, listen. What I'm trying to tell you is when Mark Cuban first got here, okay, when the Mavericks, the prime time of Dirk, okay, they didn't really have a lot of money to spend. Now, when they did finally clear, remember the whole, what was it, keep the powder dry with that whole thing Mike Fisher and those guys were talking about all the time, and going and getting some big free agency guy. Yeah, you're right. Dwight Howard and those guys, they didn't come here or whatever. But also, there was nothing that was appealing about the team. Dirk was getting older and older. They didn't have anything. Now you have a young superstar.
But he's getting L's.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. So let's go and change the dynamic. Let's win. So what, you telling me that every free agency, all they want to do is they just want to walk into a situation where everything's already a winning situation?
Did you not hear James Harden get me to Brooklyn?
No, James Harden.
Did you not see Anthony Davis get me to LA?
Well, both of those guys were career losers before they.
Okay, but what'd you say? They want to walk right into a situation that was pretty much easy.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, man, like when it comes down to it, when you have a superstar player, I feel like you do have a chance to go and attract other free agents. I don't buy this whole thing. Oh, it's Dallas, so nobody wants to come here.
You got a beach. You got Hollywood.
What does that have to do with anything? There's only 2 places that have that. Other guys go to other teams. They'll just go straight to the Lakers and to the Heat. I mean, there are other places that guys choose to go and play.
KD went to California. LeBron went to California.
Well, you know what I feel about, you know what I feel about KD doing.
I'm just saying.
But, I mean,
what's in California? What's in California?
Yeah, we know what's down there. But KD went down there because he wanted to ride the coat. Not ride the coat.
He did.
He played well.
He did.
He played well.
He did, but he still rode the coattails.
Yeah,
It's not like he
but,
did.
Yeah, but I mean, he went.
He
went
did.
down there, but I mean, Golden State. I mean, they're in California and all that different type of stuff. I don't know that the move was, hey, I'm going to Cali just because this is the area, the weather's great and all that stuff. I don't think guys put all that emphasis into that, man. These guys, they're basketball players, man. They'll play basketball in the cold. They'll play whether it's warm outside. They're basketball players. They're not geography specialists or nothing like that. They don't care about that type of stuff.
When LeBron left, where did he go?
Hey, man, listen. He went to go play with this guy.
Yeah, but where does this guy play?
Hey, his guy was in Miami.
Oh, all right.
He got drafted there. He got drafted.
I know, but I'm saying
LeBron went to go get guidance from his guy, and he just happened to be in
Chris
Miami.
Bosh turned out being here too.
Yeah, well,
where did he go?
Hey, to hell with him.
Oh, I'm saying, where did he go?
Yeah, he went down there. He wanted to ride the coattails as well.
He went to Miami.
Yeah, he went down there to team up with LeBron and those guys. They go to play with each other
in Miami.
Listen, if LeBron and D Wade, I'm talking about LeBron and D Wade when they were in Miami. If let's just say they were up in Cleveland, Cleveland's not an attractive area. Chris Bosh would have went up there too. They wanted to go play together. I don't buy this whole thing. Oh, Miami's the prime spot, LA's the prime spot, or whatever.
They are.
Well, they are the prime spots, but these guys, they're ball players, man. I don't
you
think
either go to the
that's
Lakers or you go to the
move.
Clippers. Paul George, Kawhi.
I don't like the caliber of guys you're talking about.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with the caliber of guys? These are starved guys.
Man,
San Antonio traded him to Toronto. He got a championship and ran straight to LA.
Every one of these guys, with the exception of LeBron and I'll say D Wade, all of these guys, man, none of these guys play with that level of pride. Like, hey, I want this to be my thing. Like, they're not like Kobe, and I know a lot of people aren't, but I'm talking about like the Kobes, the Dirks, the guys that say, hey, no, this is my city. I'm loyal to this. I want to be the man of my city. That's not who Paul George is.
Well, what's name? Damian Lillard said that's what he wants. And Steph Curry's pretty much
that's what I'm saying. Those guys say, no, we're going to stay here because this is my team. I'm not going to go and team up and buddy up over here to try to go run up these rings and stuff like that, man. So I show respect to guys like Steph Curry, guys like Dame Lillard. People think Dame Lillard is stupid for being in Portland. He could go somewhere else. Maybe he could. But he doesn't want to go that route and go, hey, I'm going to go sign up and I'm going to play over here with LeBron and these guys. These guys want to compete. A lot of these guys in the NBA nowadays, even the high-profile guys, they don't want to compete, Walt. They rather go ride the coattails of one another.
But that's who you need to win the championship.
Well, yeah, but I mean, at what point? The story is better when you say, hey, I went out and I competed and I beat LeBron. Not, hey, I played fifth person in line on the team with LeBron.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
That's these new age guys.
Yeah, it doesn't
that's these
add up.
new age guys. That's these 2020 ball players, man. They like to team up. They talk about it. They oh man, you know what? When my free agency up, let's go join up and do this. Nobody wants to compete. That's why there's no parity in the league.
What about Jimmy Butler?
You know, what do you mean?
Prime example.
What do you mean about him?
What was he? Chicago? Then he went to Philly. Where did he say get me to?
Hey, I mean, look.
Miami. And where did he go?
Hey, he went down there and he did his thing.
He went to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But he was the lead guy down there too. There was no question as to who the leader was of that basketball team. He was the man. What I'm saying is they're not going. Jimmy Butler's not going to go and play second fiddle to LeBron James.
It's not even it. I'm just saying though, his out of all the teams, he didn't choose Dallas. He didn't choose Houston. He said, "I'm going to Miami." Welcome to Miami.
Oh, you know what? Hey,
listen. You either choose Miami or you choose LA in today's NBA.
So that's the way the NBA is going to go. So we're not going to have any parity.
Only if you get drafted, you got to get in the draft. It's like you telling you. And get your guys. Golden State. You can Golden State before that. Nobody was going to Golden State, but they got their guys to the draft. They got Steph Curry, they got Clay, and they got Draymond.
So the Mavericks will just because of them being located here in Dallas, Texas, they'll never get free agents.
They'll get free. They're not going to get a big name free agent.
They're not going to get a big name free agent.
No.
Okay.
Because the market. I mean, you get more in LA and you get more in Miami. Movies are made out there. You know, the Hollywood studios.
But are you an actor or are you a ball player?
There's more change to do things with your brand out there in Miami. I mean, when you come here to Dallas, you have to play second fiddle to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, you're never gonna be. Nobody's gonna ever be more important than the Dallas Cowboys. I don't care who you are. Dirk did everything, but he was not more important than the Dallas Cowboys. And if you come to Dallas, you're not gonna be more important than Luka. You're not gonna be more important than Luka.
So nobody wants to come play with Luka. So
I'm not saying nobody wants to come. I'm just saying when you come here, you need to understand
that you're gonna be second.
You're gonna be second fiddle. You to the Dallas Cowboys and the Luka. That's your competition. That's what it is. I mean, it's just the way it is. So there you go. Go ahead and turn that up for us, Zach, because this guy here, he don't understand.
You know, man, listen, it's all fine. Miami, you like all that. Yeah, you like the Will Smith, you like the Bad Boys movies.
Yeah.
That's all fine.
Getting Bad Boys 4 or something like that.
You got the Puerto Rican women and you know, all that. That's all fine. I've been to Miami. It's a fantastic city.
It's great. I want to live there. I want to move there.
Yeah, well, you know, good luck doing that. But the thing is, man, when it comes down to it, the Mavericks, they're going to have to find a way. I told you before, it's going to have to be something that happens in that front office that's going to cause a change. Because otherwise,
we still trying to fire Donnie?
You're going to have to make a change up there, man. That's where it starts, man. It's Mark Cuban, okay? He's not the basketball guy. Donnie Nelson is. You're going to have to make a change, man. It's got to be some cultural change that you're going to have to make. You're going to have a more aggressive mentality and say, hey, we're going to go out and we're going to go and get our guys. If it means we're going to have to pay for them, we're going to have to pay for them. We're not looking for budget deals. We're not trying to do the Dallas Cowboys thing. We're going to go out and get our guys and get guys to put on this team with Luka Doncic and with KP, if that's who you're going to run with. And
I don't see KP staying here too much longer.
Well, I mean, he's under contract, but I'm just saying, I mean, if they trade him or whatever, however it is, if you're going to keep Luka and he's going to be the focal point, you got to go get guys to put around him, man. And like you said, you're going to have to get
shooters?
Nah, not just shooters.
You need shooters. You need shooters around him.
You need shooters. You need some hoopers. You need some guys that can get busy, man.
You had that and you traded him. You had that. You had that with
Seth
Curry. No, Seth Curry.
Yeah.
You had that with Seth Curry, and you said, no, we don't want that.
Well, you know who was part of that deal?
Who was that?
Because I keep hearing you all guys always say, "Oh, Rick traded him away." No. The GM is responsible. None of that stuff happens without the GM.
Rick is very, very important of trades and drafting here.
I'm just saying, but if your GM was a basketball guy and he thought about it and said, "No,"
his father was Donnie Nelson, the old former coach of the Dallas Mavericks. He's basketball's in his blood.
Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't on that night. What was he doing? I mean, you can't do that type of stuff, man. This is what I'm saying. It has to be a change at the top, man. It's just like everything. We complain about it with the Cowboys all the time. We want change.
I was fine with the way everything was.
With who?
With the Cowboys. My guy was getting his shine on. You know, if Jason Garrett was here, my guy would have a contract.
Wait, who was your guy?
The guy who you got on your chest right now, who you turned backstab and then came back on the side.
I didn't backstab anything, but I'm just saying, even with the Cowboys, when we talk about that, everybody says, okay, well, we're not going to get any better until we get a GM. We need to bring Troy Aikman as a GM. You have to get guys.
Yeah, you guys are name whores. You guys are a lot of name whores.
Well, no, I think Troy Aikman will be a really good.
Yeah, you guys are name whores. You guys think everybody that's previous and you hear a name is like, yeah, we got to get him.
No.
Yeah.
There are other guys out there. I've always said too. What's the guy's name from ESPN? The black guy. What is it? Is it Louis Riddick? Is that his name? The
commentator?
Yeah.
What about him?
You know, he was a GM for a little bit.
He knows football.
Yeah, he knows football. That's the thing, man. You got to get guys who are football guys. Jerry Jones is not the guy.
So Troy Aikman's going to come here and do what?
Think Troy Aikman could come in and help change the culture of this damn football team?
Yeah, he can. He's going to.
I mean, what proof is there that he's not going to do it?
Which Jones is going to let him do anything?
Well, I mean, if he gets in here, obviously Jerry is going to have to be the one to let him in here.
Yeah, they are. Right? But who?
You come in and you say, "Hey, Troy." Look.
They got Will McClay for that. They don't let him do nothing.
Wait a minute. They do let Will McClay do stuff.
Really?
You got to stop. You got to stop.
Really?
Because you're putting out these seeds of discord and all this different stuff. Will McClay is very active in what the Cowboys do draft-wise. Now,
let me ask you a question. Who's the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys?
The general manager by title is Jerry Jones.
Okay.
But everybody already knows. Everybody says, "Oh, Steven's the one running it. Jerry's just doing it."
I never say that. Yeah. And when the EA says that, I let him know. Patrick Creighton stood in his say, his name. He can't tell Daddy what to do. And I keep telling EA. I keep asking EA this question. EA, whose name's on the checks? Did it say
Well,
Jerry?
he's the owner.
Whose name's on the checks?
He's the owner.
All right. So at the end of the day, he got the. As he said on the radio before, trust me, I have the final say so over everything that happens with this football team. Final.
So you look at guys like what the Patriots are doing up there. You have Robert Kraft. He's the owner of that football team or whatever. He knows how to get the hell out the way and let the guy do these stuff. Jerry's got to step back and say, hey, whether it's Troy, I don't give a damn. I don't give a bitch damn.
Well, Robert Kraft's been a little busy lately. You know, got in some trouble up there at those parlors or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that. But I don't care who it is, man. If you get a football guy there, I'm just saying, Jerry, as the GM, you got to like step aside. You think that the Mavericks
should do the same thing.
Donnie, hey man, look, we've enjoyed the ride. You've been great to us. We won a championship with you and all that stuff. It's time for a new direction. Donnie, we're going with somebody else.
Yeah.
Get us a new guy in there.
Well, you'll never get a credential to the AAC with that thinking, so don't worry about it.
I'm not here to make friends.
I'm
not here to make friends.
Well,
I'm here to talk about what we need to do. I'm concerned about the Mavericks winning again.
Well, it's unfortunate you say that because there's a situation that you didn't make friends with last week, and kind of came back and slapped you in the face. Kind of reminiscent of why you probably wearing that jersey because you were wrong and something happened. But let's take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about Billy's quarterback, Matthew Stafford, not coming to Dallas and going to the LA Rams. And I think that's why he's wearing his jersey tonight, to try to get back in good favors because things didn't go the way he had planned. You know, he had this big illustrious plan that the Dallas Cowboys should move in on one Rain Dakota Prescott. And now he's trying to save face with this jersey.
There's no saving face of anything, man. That's the furthest thing from my mind. I'm not trying to save face. I told you my job is to make sure we develop a plan to restore the Cowboys.
RTC.
That's what we're here to do.
Well, let's restore the LA Rams because that's where Matthew Stafford went. So obviously they got a plan in motion here. So let's take a break and come back. Let's talk about the Matthew Stafford trade right here next on DallasOnAir.com.